everybody, welcome to Yellow Dog Farm. I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I'm about to make a video about chickens. Chicken journey before we even came to the farm. In fact, if you look at this chicken coop behind me, we built that at our previous house and kept our first 6 chickens in there and used it quite a bit and moved it all the way out here to the farm. And then we graduated to this chicken coop over here, and I'll show you around that there in just a minute. Right now we have 29 laying hens, or sorry, 29 chickens. The rooster came to us, his name's Rooster. He came to us from our friends Shanna and Jeff, and Rooster belonged to Shanna's mom, and we brought him here to the farm. And then when we bought our next batch of chickens, so after our first original 6, which were bought at Tractor Supply. In fact, there's Rooster right there. See him hanging out? The next batch that we got was by mail order. So Diane ordered them online and walked in the post office box, and you could hear her delivery just chirping away. And they had an additional mystery chicken that they delivered, and so that was another rooster, and we call him Mr. Peepers. I don't see him around here. I don't think Mr. Rooster will let him hang out when he's out here with the ladies. So he usually, when he goes up in the coop, he'll go pop up in the I'm going to call it the attic and go hide out there. So anyway, we are getting about 2 dozen eggs a day, and then we've got a small set of chicks that I'll show you in a minute, another half dozen chicks, one which we hatched in an incubator here, and then we have another 21 or 22 eggs sitting in the incubator right now. So Diane keeps talking about a thing called chicken math, where you walk in and you think you only have so many and you walk out with a bunch more. So here we are, we're probably going to have something around 40 chickens before you know it. So we'll go ahead and take a break, and I will show you the rest of the coop. I'm going to spin this video around. Once again, this is the coop that we built ourselves. You can see there it's called the Fluffy Butt Hut, and it's got nesting boxes that you can get at very conveniently from the outside. It was a great little design that we found online on the internet. Let me open this up real quick, and believe it or not, we built them a swing, and they would swing on the swing and just have a good old time. Here's a quick peek of the inside with the nesting boxes. When our chicks, that I'll show you in just a second, come out of the little raising area we've got them in right now, we'll go ahead and move them out here to this coop. So now we'll go look at the big coop. So here's a look inside. You can see the nesting boxes over there. And once again, they just lay like crazy in the morning. And then we've got these roosting bars. So they're just starting to roost. And that's Mr. Peepers. I don't know if you can see him staring at us there from the attic. So it looks like he's got a couple of friends that are hanging out with him. But he comes up there and hides so Mr. Rooster won't come beat him up. So here's the big, oh, and then you see that enclosure that the chicken's sitting on. We had to put that in so Miss Lucy, our lab, can't climb in here and eat the chicken food. So there's the big coop. It was a mail order, or sorry, not mail order, but a delivered to the farm shed, if you will, and we converted it to a coop. So we can hold many other chickens as they get bigger. So let's go see the baby chicks. So I'm on our back porch, and there you can see the baby chicks. One of them was hatched from our incubator. We had about 8 eggs in for our first try, and only one hatched. A second tried to hatch and didn't make it, and then the others didn't even try to hatch. So we think we probably just handled them too much, trying to see how they were doing. So this time around, I'll show you the incubator in just a minute. We're just trying to leave them alone as much as you can. So there are the 6. And then this right here is a brooder. It replaces a heat lamp, so it generates heat. And you'll see the chicks get under there when it gets cold. And then we throw this blanket over the top at night as well. So I never thought that I'd be having a bunch of baby chicks on the back porch, but there you go. And you know, you hear about the idea of like free range chickens, which means that the chickens aren't housed in a cage, so they'll keep the birds in a building and not ever let them out and overcrowd it. We're the exact opposite of that. I guess you call it pasture raised. They are allowed to roam around the farm here just wherever they want to go. And it's just about dark now, and you saw they're going up in the roost bars, and we do close the coop at night just once they go to bed to help them from predators, but other than that, they're all over the place. And it seems like no matter where I go, there's a chicken. If I'm doing work in my shop, I'll turn around and one will be staring me right in the eye. They're right up on the counter. So that part of it does make me a little crazy. I'm always chasing them out of the shop and just trying to keep them out of the way. They love our horse Santee. They're just certain that he's a sloppy eater and there's always going to be something to eat. So when it's feeding time, they all hightail it for Santee's feeding stall and get a little something to eat. So let's go take a look at the incubator. So there's our incubator. We've got it in our little office / bedroom here in the house. And right now it's holding 21 or 22 eggs. I'm not certain. But you just put water in this port here, and then it raises the temperature. You can see we've got it at 99.5. Humidity is about 52. And if you look at that, it says we've got 8 days until the eggs are supposed to hatch. So hopefully they'll hatch just before our grandchildren get here and they'll get to experience the new chickens. So we've got chickens in 3 stages: the adults, the baby chicks you saw on the back porch, and then these 20 some that are on the way. So they'll 3 days prior to being hatched, this notched PCC here is a roller, and it continuously rolls the eggs. And then 3 days prior to the eggs being laid, you pull that roller off and they sit still with a much higher humidity level. So just 5 days from now, we'll go ahead and make that change, and then we wait. So the state law here in South Carolina says that you can sell eggs on your farm and you don't need a license to do that. If you're going to go to a farmer's market or sell to someone that's going to sell the eggs again, then you need to submit an application and get an egg permit. We don't have that, so we go ahead and carton the eggs here on the farm. So one thing that the other rules are is that the cartons can't have the markings of any other farm or area. So we go ahead and do that and just go ahead and print a label, and you can see that there, Yellow Dog Farm. Diane did a great job on it. And then of course, we always encourage everyone to like Facebook and YouTube. So that's what it looks like. Once again, I just can't believe I'm talking about the chickens, but there you go. Have a great night.